That's the good thing about that microphone. Put that baby anywhere, you know. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right, that's good. Right, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of the great millstone, and say peace, mercy, and blessings to all the hopeful elect. All right, the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, and that means He exists or He's to be. The true name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, and that means He's the deliverer. All right, now we come out here with the Israelites. All right, and there's 12 tribes of our nation. Today we're being so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Seminole, Indian, Latin, Hispanic, but we're the Israelites. All right, and we come out here to prophesy. Prophesy means to say before it happens. You know, so if you look at everything that's going on in the world, this comes right out of the scriptures, man. It's called Bible prophecy. The Lord said that these things, He told it to the prophets, right? Right. What I tell you, noted in the book, go speak to the children of Israel. So the things that we're talking about, they're written down thousands of years ago, but now we see them happen, right? The Bible speaks about Babylon the Great and how one day the earth will be given into the hand of the wicked rulers. All right, who is the wicked Esau? You know, but now we're in the days where the kingdom is being translated back. All right, and the curses that we were under, because the children of Israel were put under curses. Those same curses are now befalling our enemies. You know, okay, say something. Joel 2.
The book of Joel 2, chapter 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound the alarm. In my holy mountain, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
Yeah, the day of the Lord coming. All right, the day of the Lord is darkness, it's not light. People think it's going to be an old happy day, but now it's actually going to be a lot of judgment, a lot of death. And the spirit that the Most High got on Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, is depopulation, right? That's the word of the day right there, man. When the Lord, the angels, they made this place, what do they say? They say, be fruitful and multiply.
I just go to show you he's against everything, that the Heavenly Father, set up. It's an opposition. He's a real The Lord said be fruitful and multiply, but this devil wanna, you want to decline the population, you know what I'm saying? So that lets you know he's against where everything is good. And I don't understand why these niggas think that they can get salvation. You know what I'm saying? They all about death. They ain't about life. Everything they do is death.
It's called Stockholm syndrome. You have to develop a special certain love for your master to the point where you want to save the man that's oppressing you, that's poisoning you, that's killing you, murdering you. You're trying to save him.
Save them. They want to tell them about the end of the world, talking about, in America, dumbass Jakes don't want to believe that. They trying to sit there trying to make excuses why this, but I don't believe that. They be saying that, trying to find a way to keep this place going, man. And I say, you're gonna die too with it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that.
All right, how y'all want?
To look up depopulation, just the AI overview, it says depopulation is the reduction or steady decrease in the number of people living in a specific area, country, or globally. In this sense, it's talking about globally. Esau wants to do this globally. All right. Remember the Georgia Guidestones, it says keep the population under 500 million. Well, don't you know there's about almost 8 billion people on the planet Earth right now? So go from 8 billion to 500 million. That means a lot of people got to go. All right. So no reason why they're coming out with the hanta fanta.
Yeah.
What's that word in the Hebrew? It means like a trick or a deceit. I'll look it up again.
So he putting out his propaganda already. Got the propaganda machine working. You know, got to try to get everybody in a frenzy, everybody in scared. Because remember that devil said this time, was it Bill Gates said, this time we're gonna get everybody attention. This virus gonna get everybody attention this time. You know?
And this could be it.
Yep. Oh, you just hear? Did you hear about it said about July 4th around that time it's gonna be short of oil,
Oh yeah.
gas, and all that.
Yeah.
It said AutoZone saying like they running out of lubricant, oil, and stuff like the cars. So this shit might go down quicker than we thought.
Yeah, you're gonna see. If you look up the word henta, it says in Hebrew it means rubbish or scam.
Mm. So this virus is scam. To let you know they scamming again.
Going back to the first scam thing.
Scam thing.
Well, back to Joel.
The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 2. And darkness.
Yeah, you're gonna see gas get up to like $7-8 a gallon. Don't be surprised, man.
People be parking, you're gonna see people parking their car.
No, I mean you just driving to work to pay for gas.
You know?
You know, I said robbing people to pay for. You know, a lot of people are running up their credit cards. A lot of people are saying fucking and just quitting jobs altogether. You know,
Like, man, it's like, now I put $20 in my tank. That shit, it's only going half. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I only put like 10 or 15 bucks in that thing.
yep. Then regular's like $4.60, depending on where you go.
Yeah.
So if you want plus, you paying $5 or more. Yeah, I mean, then they also telling you that they're cutting the gas or something that's actually breaking the cars down. You know, but
Demons out tonight. Today. Book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 2. And a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds, thick darkness.
yeah, what actually goes into destruction of Babylon the Great. All right. When you think about clouds, you gotta talk about how the Lord is coming back. You know, when he's in Acts 1, it tells you he left with clouds. He's gonna same way he's gonna come back with clouds, which are the chariots, what the world will call UFOs. All right. And then this is gonna be something that the whole world takes note of. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you, oh, the Lord is in the desert or he's in the underground city. We need to go see the Lord. No, that ain't how it's gonna be. But Esau with his Project Bluebeam, remember this man, he has the mindset, he's so wicked. You know, you gotta understand, the major tool of the devil is what? Deception. So he's coming with his lies. So he wants to deceive people and tell you that, you know, it's the second coming. But nah, man, the Bible tells you how the Lord is coming back. You know, that's why I say it's impossible they should deceive the very elect. But the elect understand and know how the Lord is coming back. See, you know, Lord willing, we'll be part of that number.
And the day of darkness, the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 2, and the day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
Yeah, and that's gonna come from what? The nuclear destruction, the heavens rolled together like a scroll, the earth really to and fro. But also when the chariots come true, it's gonna block out
Everything.
you know. All you're gonna see is the fathership, man. And guess what? The slaying of the Lord shall be me. The Lord is a man of war. So the Lord's gonna come back to get down, put people down. You know?
And of the gloominess of the day and the darkness and the gloominess, a day of clouds and the thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountain, a great people and a strong, there has not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations.
Now that's actually talking about the nuclear missiles. All right, and why it's written like that? Because this is going to be the war to end all wars. It tells you in Isaiah 2 that nations shall not learn war anymore. You know, so after this third vote, because these nations, they don't just got nukes. You know, they're getting ready to shoot them. They're also telling you in the news that, you know, Trump, all right, the cruel Lord, he's getting ready to attack Iran again. All right, so eventually missiles will be shot.
I'm hearing too, they were saying somewhere, I forgot where at. They said they were saying reconnaissance ships, planes flying around. Certain, I think Russia or somebody sending reconnaissance jets, or China or somebody around. I think West Coast on.
Yeah, they always be on the West Coast too.
Yeah.
You know?
So they're getting ready. some, 250 years on anniversary of America's in July, right? So boom. So there you go. So it might go down there. Everything might stop coming into place right there. You know what I'm saying?
And to show you that this is modern day Rome, what's Trump doing? He's having like a UFC fight in front of the White House, like on the lawn or some shit like that, man.
That's literal.
That's modern day gladiators, man.
Yep.
That's bread and circus too, because that's a distraction. Distract you from what's really going on. The price of food, the gas, your work week. You know what I mean? All the hell you catching here.
So when that oil really comes to a drought, supposed to be, you can take it with a grain of salt. It might happen, it might not. But that means what? You ain't gonna be going to work really.
How you gonna
Get there? Because the buses need to run on gas too.
And then what about people that do Lyft Uber? They gotta pay for gas to put in their car to take you for where you gotta go. I see people crying online about that too. Door dashing all day only made $37. So you put like your last $30 in expecting to make some money door dashing, but you only make $37. Then what if you get pulled over by Esau, you get a ticket.
Sure.
$200 ticket. Because you're speeding to drop somebody's food off. This place is fucked up, man.
Yeah, man. Book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
So that right there should let you know it's talking about the nukes. All right, because when the missile is when that missile is launched, what do you see behind it? That flame propelling it. And then when it hits, it devours everything upon impact.
Who's that say they seen it like flying serpents?
I think that was John Revelator.
Yeah, John Revelator. He said he seen it like flying serpents. He seen it moving like, you know what I'm saying? The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 3. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden.
Right? These people think they're in paradise. For the wicked. Now, I mean, if you're up, 1%, you like super rich. You're in paradise on the earth right now. But if you're not in that club, like my man George Collins said, the comedian, he says, one big club, you ain't in it. And if you ain't in it, you suffer. Esau, he gonna sacrifice a lot of his own people too, which is why they're online sighing and crying and shit. All right, but you're not going through nothing we haven't been going through since we got here. Since our people got here, they've been dealing with financial issues. All right, oppression, right, redlining, you name it.
And after devouring for them, behind them, a flame of burning. A land is as the Garden of Eden before them.
Which that represents paradise. Ancient Rome was called what? A perverse paradise, right? What are they telling you about now? Epstein Island, which is coming out. Well, that's just nothing but a blackmail tactic to get America to go ahead and get this war popping with Iran. But the prophecy says when you do that, that's when you really set your ass up.
Sure.
All right, because when you do that, you got to understand, Gog and Magog, Gog of Magog, Russia's going to get involved. Russia's like a big brother or a big guard onto Iran, right? Putting out all those propaganda Lego videos. This place is being exposed, man. Meanwhile, we as in the days of Noah.
The scripture say is y'all become as weak as we. We are strong,
Yep, let the weak say we are strong. Because now these nations that were once, like you go back about 50, 45 years ago, they were never, stuff they're saying about this place, how they're standing up for themselves, that wouldn't happen about 50, 45 years ago. All right, but now we're at the end. Nations, they're forming alliances. They're realizing they have a common enemy. All right, and they're beating their plowshares into swords. In fact, go to 3 and 9.
The book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men.
Yeah, that's what we said. We proclaim it among the Gentiles. And this verse is talking about the other nations. We're letting you the nations know that you're getting ready to go to war. Right? And look, you purge the modern day Iran, that's the Persians, man. That's 300. You watch that movie 300, it shows you the Spartans and who? Xerxes, the Persians. And they had that big ass military mercenaries. So those the Iranians, those are the Persians. Those are great people. So Trump, y'all over there fucking with the Persians, all right? It ain't gonna end well for you, man. Then you gotta think about the other nations that's gonna get involved to back up Persia, you know, which they've been trying for what last 40 years. They've been crying about them possessing nukes. I believe they already got it because you have nations that they're aligning with that have nukes. It's nothing for them to slide them a nuke, you know.
Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near.
So that's the time when the time of war. You go to Ecclesiastes 3, it says to everything there's a time and a season. You know, a time of peace and a time of war. Well, these are the days of war, man. Famine and pestilence, the hunter. You know,
Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords.
plowshare is a farming instrument. Well, if you're beating that into a floor, meaning beating that plowshare to a sword, meaning you're doing what? You're beefing up your military. All right, you're acquiring, you know, different missiles. You know, you're strengthening your army. You know, rank and leadership is being set up. Nukes are being possessed. You know,
Beat your plowshares into swords and your plumbing hooks into spears.
pruning hooks.
Pruning hooks into spears.
Meaning what? These nations, they're getting ready to go to war, man. All right, that's the time we're in, war. People think you're gonna have a happy day, summer. Nah, something's gonna happen. Whether it be a T attack or a double F. You know, I'm speaking in code, but you should know what we're talking about. Something's gonna happen, man. You know, might be a repeat of 2020. Your ass might be stuck in your house. All right.
You hear a lot of people say they ain't going for it this time. So that might cause an uproar. You know what I'm saying? It might cause that civil war to pop off too. Now everybody they on to the trick they doing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody they trying to do that same playbook again. Now we ain't going for it. You know? Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, "I'm strong."
Yeah, these other nations represent the weak. All right, like you got Iran. Like America's the greatest country on earth right now, supposedly, right? You got the greatest military. You got the space force. You got the air force, the Marines, the army, the guard. Okay, so to these other nations, America, to America, these other nations are weak. They look weak because they don't have the weaponry that America has, but at the same time, it's costing America too much money, all right, and time and resources to keep this war going, right? And those troops that were sent over there, they're not coming back no time soon, man. You know, got something? No. Going back to truth.
Yep. The book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 4. The appearance is of them is appearance of horses, and as a horseman, so shall they run.
Which goes into what? Their power. All right. When those nukes hit, it says the earth is going to go to and fro like a drunkard. All right. Go to Isaiah 24:19. I got something. This is from an article from Shit the Fan Plan. It says if you think prices are high now, just wait until the shortages really start kicking in. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 19. The earth is utterly broken down, and the earth is clean, dissolved.
Yeah, what's going to do that?
All right.
So, what's going to do that? Nuclear destruction, right?
The book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved, and the earth is moved exceedingly. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. And the earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel and to and fro like a trumpet.
Yeah, what's going to cause that, man? Nukes hit in different parts of the earth. Now, we're not saying that the whole earth is going to be destroyed, but the whole Babylon the Great is. All right, because what happened to ancient Sodom and Gomorrah? The whole world wasn't destroyed. The Most High just had, specifically told in that place with the nukes. All right, or the fire and brimstone, which is modern day. Now, in our time, nukes are going to be used. All right, and the neighboring cities, the islands. So you can expect, the surrounding parts like Canada, islands, all that, Nova Scotia. That shit gonna get fucked up. I think that's brother. I think your phone
That's
on,
mine.
bro.
That's mine. Stop biting the wire. Finish out Isaiah.
Yep.
The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and a transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall not rise again.
Yeah, being Babylon's never gonna be inhabited again. Once the Most High take this place down, that's it. And Esau think, he's building underground bunkers. He think he's gonna come out
Right.
and restart civilization. No.
Phoenix.
Yeah, like Phoenix is what? Something that's gonna be reborn from the ashes, fire, and destruction. No, after this goes down, you're going into captivity. I'm gonna read some of this article, trying to switch gears. This from Shit Hit the Fan Plan. It says, if you think prices are high now, just wait until the shortages really start kicking in. It's all right. Can you get second edges 15, brother? Start from one. You got something, you got something. Says on Monday morning, the front page of the Drudge Report featured a very alarming two-word deadline in all capital letters. Inflation accelerates. And now what they're telling you now that a lot of wheat production, that's being lost. A lot of farmers are losing their livestock. There's wildfires, there's crop failure. So if there's no wheat, or there's a loss in production of wheat, that's going to cause a famine. You use wheat to make a lot of different type of foods. It's made from what? Wheat, and then you have barley. But then the scriptures talks about wheat and barley. You got something?
For those diehard Edomites that like drinking Bud Lights and shit, what's in beer? Barley. Barley you need barley to make beer. So you 6-pack, you Joe Dirt Edomite, you ain't gonna get no beer.
Who said they shall drink wine? They shall not drink wine with a song.
You know what I'm saying?
That board. They talked about what Hayes Penny?
That's about the Black Horse.
Yeah. 6 and 4, 6 and 6. I think it's for 6.
Yep.
I'll go ahead.
Book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 6. I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for the penny, and see thou hurt not the oil in the wine.
Man. Nigga, the sister cost more than the guy. They don't set an alarm off on another guy. Oh, that's the day of the phone. Cool. That fool think he cool, man. That shit ludicrous, man.
But that's confusion, man.
That's crazy. He gonna be deaf before he fucking elderly, man.
That's confusion.
Damn,
man.
That's like a system for like a mini nightclub, man. Damn.
The book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 6. I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil in the wine.
Right. What it says like a measure of wheat. So like you buy like a bag of rice or a bag of flour, right? So that's what it's going into, right? Well, we can equate that to like a loaf of bread, some eggs, some milk, or whatever. Times has changed. Now we don't actually need to buy wheat to make whatever. We can actually go and buy this, some bread, some pasta, some cereal, a quart of milk, some eggs, whatever. You just go to the store and you get it. pack of ground beef, some steak, but the price on everything is up.
But
You know?
see, but that's part of Esau's working to have you what? Come to him for the one all things. Because that was a skill back. That was it was natural. It wasn't even a skill, it was a natural skill that you would know how to make something from scratch. You get the wheat, you get the salt, you get the yeast, flour, and you can knead fucking bread. These women don't know how to do it. I mean, men don't either, but the women are the ones supposed to be the one in the kitchen cooking for the most part.
Yep. I'm gonna read this in the AMP, the Amplified, Rev 6 and 6. It says, and I heard something like a voice in the midst of the four living creatures say, a quart of wheat for a denarius. All right, which that was the Latin coin back then, the Roman coin,
Currency.
which means containing 10. Because that one coin was equal to 10 coins. 10 coins.
10 coins, okay. Because you know how they used to put certain coins that equivalent how many animals of cattle you can have too, I think.
Yeah, that actually, when it says asses, that's a lesser Roman coin.
Yeah.
It's not actually a donkey.
Right, you know what I mean?
So when it says containing 10, that means that so there were lesser Roman, like right now we got a penny, we got a quarter, So back then that might have been like a well, we don't have gold and silver now, but like a gold bar. So that one denarius is probably like worth 10, silver bar, whatever.
Right.
However they did the currency.
Right. Yeah.
It says a quart of wheat for a denarius, which means a day's wages. So imagine what's a good day wage today? It's nowadays, but it'd be like $200, right?
You're lucky.
Yeah, you're lucky.
100 and something. A little over 100 is about $1.50.
About $1.50, $1.20.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people ain't making that.
Ain't making that.
Let's
At
say
20